Weatherman, we're perhaps 1 minute early. Where you going? I can get you, even though you're back there, girl. You can run, but you can't hide. It's Wednesday. It's 1 o'clock. That means it's time for Real Estate 101, where we come to you every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. The mission is to be the #1 dominant source for real estate content in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So if you didn't know me then, you know us now. I'm GTT. This here is
the Weatherman.
What's your claim to fame, Weatherman?
Man, I'm just famous, man. I just, when famous.
What makes you so
Hey,
famous?
actually, you made me famous. How about that?
Oh, I'm getting some credit.
Get some credit. Yep. It's who you hang around makes you famous. Person of interest.
Thank you very much, Weatherman. Thank you very much. Hey, we got a special guest on here. Our boy, Coach Andy Herzer.
Herzer, coach.
And the reason why that guy's special to us is because of our involvement with First Shot. It's one of my favorite local charities that we support. So, Coach, I appreciate you getting on here, my man.
I don't think people realize how good at basketball you really are.
He's the best shooter I've ever seen in my life. Tommy Davidson.
Yeah.
I usually don't. My wife is on here. Let's give her a big shout out. Weatherman,
Yep.
give everybody, give some announcements. What would you like to first off get off your chest and say?
Well, first of all, since we got a great topic today, so we want to talk about one of our vendors, which is the Richardson Group, which is Joey Richardson, which builds such a great house. Joey's been building out for how many years?
20 years.
20 years. And Joey his houses are always super clean, super neat. He's got great subs, and he does a wonderful, wonderful job. So if you're looking for houses on acreage lots or a nice house over in the Blackman area, he has some coming up. And so he also has some of those
We've got 20 lots available to build a
Yeah.
custom home. 6 in the Blackman or Stewart Creek area.
plus some coming up over there too.
17 in Harvest Woods.
Which is the last section of probably one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in Rutherford
probably
County.
the best neighborhood, the best performing neighborhood
Yeah.
over the last 15 years. Roy Frazier's on here, our insurance
Oh,
provider.
buddy.
Thank you, Roy, for getting on here. Everybody, I know, pardon me, you're on Pinterest. I know you're watching stuff. I know you got ideas. We've got 12 trends we're going to talk about today and why we like them. So let's do the play along game. But before we do that, if you share my stream, we will come back right after it. So whoever's watching this, you'll get rewarded for watching it. Share the stream. I think there's about 30 people watching this right now. 50, 100, I don't know. Share the stream, and we will come back, and we will give you the winner an Alley on Main gift card. Share the stream right now. So like, comment, play along with us. Who went first on our trends? I think Stevie Z was up first. Kaylee, I appreciate you getting on here. Did you share the stream? Did you ask Gracie to share the stream? Your job is to get Gracie to share. Stevie Z, the floor is yours, my man. What did you pick and why did you pick it?
I picked outdoor living with the fireplace, TV, the birds, the crickets, relaxing. That's what I picked for my new trend that I like the best.
Now, Weatherman, you and Weatherwoman y'all got a pool. Do y'all have, I know you've got a grill out there. Do you have anything else? Do you have a fireplace?
We have a little fire
Fire pit.
pit that's like on the, well, it's not a pit, it's like a little gas log thing that sits on the back porch. We got a TV back there, and when the weather cools off, that's where we love to hang out.
Do y'all have a TV? Can you watch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all got it made. So,
Well, we
whatever-
are talking about, hopefully, I'll do a plug for Jay Melton. He just started his little concrete business, but we want to build a pavilion behind our pool with a grill station out there and kind of move the things out back too.
So, whenever me and Brittany Renee finally, we thought we found our dream house. We didn't get it. Sometimes things just don't happen, Josh. But in our next house, I'm selfish. I still let that slip. Everything's mine, but it's not anymore. Right, Josh?
It's yours. It's yours.
It's y'all's. That's exactly right. The one thing me and Brittany Renee must have in our next house is a pool.
Pool, man, that's the best investment.
Pool.
You'll never get your money back on.
Outdoor living area. I believe that. I mean, we did a show one time on
Yeah.
that. We've got to have an outdoor area. We've got to have an outdoor cooking area. even if it's small, maybe it's just a grill and a top and a little refrigerator. I also have to have a hot tub. Let's see what my wife said. I want to feel like I am on vacay when I go in my backyard. Pool, fireplaces, TV, comfy sitting area, kitchen, and privacy. Rabbit, the one thing I'm jealous about y'all's is it appears to be extremely. He's got to talk to them, Crofton.
Oh, he can hear me.
I can hear him good.
Well, he's got a deep voice. Your place is so private back there. How long does it take to get that privacy?
It doesn't take long at all.
All
Banana
right.
It's
trees.
not as private in the fall and the winter time because my banana trees, they die and I have to chop them down.
Nanu.
But I still don't have any neighbors. I mean, so it's still private.
You know the great thing about a pool?
Tell me.
How happy does that pool make you, Shawan? About 98 degrees, pool's
I
warm.
love it.
See there?
I love it.
See, people say a pool's not a good investment, but
Gee.
think about all the money you could spend
Yeah,
on other things.
yeah.
You know, you could justify going on vacations. Like Brittany said, my wife, hey, got this thing.
Well, hey,
going on.
Kaylee grew up with her daughter. How many times did y'all and y'all's friends come over and stay at our house because the pool's there?
9 times out of 10.
See there? It keeps your kids at home.
Moving along, Shawan Weathers, our very own. We call her Rabbit.
Rabbit.
She had the option to go with number 2. This is a trend, Shawan. This was her favorite trend, maybe.
The standalone tub. I think the new modern look for the standalone tubs, I think that's just a really different, cool feature that's trending these days.
Weatherman, you could answer this. Can a standalone tub have a jacuzzi, or is it just a soaker tub?
No, they can make them with it. It just depends on how you put them in. I mean, they can do whatever you want to do with them.
Brittany gives me hell about our tub because when you're old like me, you got to climb in and then climb out. She's like, do we need to put them doors on it? You ever seen them
Yeah.
commercials?
You mess around, forget, open it up, water pour out everywhere.
You just get in there and shut the door and then cut the water on. Just let it fill up with you.
I'll just then do you just let it drain all the way out? Then
You just drain, yeah, you let it drain out so far and then you just open that door and
open that little door up.
step
But
her out.
let me tell you why I like tubs. I want a hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a hot tub because I really believe they're good for your body. They're good for circulation. So I want one because it helps get rid of the inflammation, like your knee always hurting, your back
Yeah,
always
yeah.
hurting.
You know, hot tub is just about costs as much as a pool, more than likely, to maintain.
I would like a hot tub if it were connected to our pool.
Yeah.
Kind of like the one you were looking at.
Kind of like the one we were looking at, the one that was stolen from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
When
one.
we went to Florida, we had a house that had a pool
Yeah.
and a hot tub.
Sure did.
Spice, it's your turn now. You got to pick. Ginger.
She stole mine, by the way.
So-
Spice did.
I picked the modern farmhouse look.
Now, is there a
think it's-
difference? Is there a difference between a farmhouse and a modern farmhouse look?
Well, I think the modern is just like maybe a little bit more simpler and warmth and the natural textures and stuff like that. So
Oh,
I do like
she's
the
been
flooring and
studied.
everything.
Creative.
If I had to guess right now, me and Brittany, if we were to get a house, our next house would probably be a modern farmhouse. We both like it.
Yeah.
That is, Joey Richardson just happens to be building one
Couple of them.
in Pembroke Farms. But when you think of a modern farmhouse, Weatherman, describe what you see.
They're clean and neat. They're square. They're not. So an old farmhouse has points, real pointed gables, old metal roofs, white porches, things like that. The new modern farmhouses are mostly they're square. They're very. I will submit where that word is, but when you look at them, they're not. They don't have a lot of gable roofs. They're actually square.
Do modern farmhouses come popular in other colors than white?
Sure.
Like what?
Grace.
Grays, dark
Grays.
grays. I've even seen like some, like the dark red color. Seen some of
Really?
those.
Moving right along. Weatherman, I think you were number 4.
4. Yeah, mine's 2 parks. I got 2 of them because I'm afraid
Yeah,
I
but
won't
you're
get
going
back
with
around.
You will make
So mine is painted brick. I love to give a plug out to Brian Burns with Blue Sky. Those guys have been painting brick for years, and I think the painted bricks has such a classy look on a house, especially if you put just a little bit of accent to it. So I definitely really dig the painted brick. we did one at Harvest. It probably is the best showstopper house we got.
Oh, you got a phone call? Said lead.
Remember
Said
that
lead.
State 101.
Brittany Renee, she was talking about a modern farmhouse. It includes mixed metals, industrial style lighting in some places, white and bright, and some patterned tile. Weatherman, he did shout out Brian Burns, and here's what he said this morning. We're talking about painted brick. And, hey, John Floyd's in there. I'm in there. Brian Burns is in there. And we're talking about these different looks. And Brian, so if anybody ever wants to do a painted brick, here's what he said you do. You get the cheapest brick that you can get. And maybe the brick does not even match. It's just cheap brick. And he said, I forgot what he said the price was, but it's very cheap. And you go with gray mortar, I think.
Yep.
The cheapest mortar. And then you get this Sherwin-Williams type of paint. And he really believes you can do a painted brick home for about what you can a good brick.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Maybe he's lying.
Well,
Who
if you
knows?
do the white mortar, like the white sand mortar, I mean, that's very
That's-
costly.
It's usually double.
Yeah.
Josh, you had number 5, and you know this is probably not as trendy
It's
now.
probably been around for about 10 or 15 years. Let's just let him throw it out there. Go ahead, Josh.
I love rounded corners. Other than pointed corners, the reason why I say that is because sometimes I run into pointed corners, my shoulder hits it, it hurts so bad.
You need to get your shoulders bigger.
The worst pain I've ever felt in my life. But then whenever I run into a rounded corner, no big deal.
Are you drinking when this happens?
I don't
Who
drink.
thinks Josh is drinking when he runs into the wall?
Yeah.
I don't drink.
Julie Stephen, I hope you and Andy are doing well. Appreciate you getting on here. I think I went 6th. But rounded corners, though, he saw this in one of Joey's houses, and he was just like, this is the coolest thing ever. When I'm drunk, it won't hurt as much. Is that what you said?
Yeah, something like that.
Number 6, open kitchen into great room. Now, again, this is something that has been around for probably at least 8 years, where it's really open, where your kitchen is opened into your great room.
Right.
I am now at a point to where I wouldn't even want us to have a house unless it was completely open to where we're in the kitchen and we can see the TV.
Yeah. And they're definitely evolving. The openness has evolved tremendously over the years, too.
So what was happening in 2005, 2006, a lot of the plans may be pretty similar today on the inside, but what they've done is they've eliminated that wall of the kitchen and they've just put an island there. They have found a way to continue to open things up. So we're going to run right around, I think. Number 7 was none other than the Karate Kid, Stevie Z.
Barn doors, as like the one I have on my office door.
That is something I think, why are those so popular? Just because they're like little accents, or what do you like them, Rabbit? As a matter of fact, I hate them. No.
Well, I think it solves a problem. One, you need a door, but it gives you something a little prettier to look at, I guess. It gives it that rustic look to a wall when you've got that, barn door look.
She did
Up
say
there.
something great. It solves a lot of problems because most barn doors are on areas that the doors are in the way. So if you open them or close them, it's
It's
a tough.
better than the pocket doors, too.
Yes.
That's a good point right there, Weatherman. Brittany Renee, she liked an open floor plan, a lot of natural light. I love natural light now. I used to not care.
Our son likes natural light.
Natural light. Did you ever drink Bush Light, or was you?
He likes
Natty
bush light. I take that back. He likes bush light.
He's natural light. Brittany says, I also love the cedar beams and accents. She's such a good fan today. As a matter of fact, her title says top fan, Brittany Renee Davidson. Number 8, back to you, Rabbit.
Ooh, I like this one.
Well, I really, really like the sliding glass doors, the big sliding glass doors. Such an improvement from the old slider doors, used to be
Like
real
an
hard.
apartment.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Had to stick
these
in
are
it.
so cool. I mean, they're
Broom.
so different now because they'll totally, some of them open up like an accordion. You just fold them back.
Yeah.
And you bring the outdoors indoors.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, here's an idea I've got in our next home. I think this would be so cool. Joey's doing this on a plan where the back porch is very long, and he could actually extend part of the house into where that porch is. And what I'd like him to do, instead of having the sliding glass doors, the garage style open
Oh,
door.
yeah.
Have y'all seen those?
Yes.
Like in bars?
Yes.
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 I love that.
I love it too. As a
love
matter of
that.
fact, he should do it. Who thinks Joey should do the bar style open door?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? The garage door, glass door. Who thinks he should do it?
I think he should
Mhm.
be
say,
the first.
Say yes, he should
Yes.
in the stream.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need a comment. I need a comment. Number 7 or number 9, Spice.
Leathered granite.
Do you know what that is?
It's really cool.
I have never seen that, I don't think.
Why did you pick it?
I didn't
Oh,
pick
why
it.
did you pick it?
Man.
I didn't
You
pick
copycat. You were looking at Shawan's notes, weren't you?
Well, she was gonna say barn. What she was gonna say,
I would say the barn
door,
door.
and Stevie beat her to it, and she was like, "Oh, that was what I was gonna say." And then Stevie said, "Well, I also like leather granite."
What is leathered granite? Granite.
It actually feels
Does
like
anybody? But hey, does anybody know what leathered granite is? Josh, do you know what it is? You're stuck on rounded corners.
Granite that's leather, that's what it is.
Does it actually feel like leather though?
I don't know. Let's
It
ask
does.
the expert.
From
It-
cell phone company.
It does. Let me think. Hold on. It does feel like leather. It is, looks like leather. It's textured,
Mhm.
but it is granite.
And you can, yeah, it's granite.
Interesting, Weatherman. What's
Very
your thought on
interesting.
leathered?
I think it looks great with white cabinets and a nice white clean kitchen.
Yes,
Is it
actually, a home we listed and sold over on Allen Avenue. Well,
Melanie Davenport.
Melanie
Melanie
Davenport, yeah.
Davenport remodeled this home, and she put white cabinets with a leathered granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. She did what you're talking, opened that wall up, made it very open living room.
Yep.
Kitchen, put a sliding door at the laundry room.
Yep.
It was awesome.
It looks really good.
It's, yeah,
And,
Different
and
and
broke
real
a
good.
record on price in the area it's in.
yep.
All right.
Slightly pebbly, offering small fissures and pits to make it look like a piece of fine leather.
There you go.
Interesting. I think I did number 10. Number 10, I got this from my wife, patterned tile.
Yep.
Do you know what the hell that is, Josh? Is it anything like
pattern.
Is it anything like rounded corners? Hand me another natural light, man,
Hey,
Please.
please.
give me one of them natter days.
There you go.
So patterned, how would you describe patterned tile? Rabbit, you're our interior design.
Well, pattern tile is exactly what it is. It's tile that has a pattern on it, and you can piece those together, and it makes kind of like that 50s, 60s look of tile, where it had like the flower or, something kind. It's very beautiful. Brian Burns
Yeah.
has done a lot of that in his homes, the past couple that he's remodeled, especially the old one over on
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
over there.
It also makes the house look very expensive.
Yes.
It's a very expensive look. Andy Holmes done several over in Puckett.
I want to add something to it that's not on the board. You
Me
know
too,
what I
me
like?
too.
I like gutters, the downspouts that are bigger, that are rounder.
Yes.
I think that makes the house look a lot better.
Yes.
What would you like to add?
I like, and a lot of people do not like this, but I do like it. I love the mixed up knobs and faucets in the kitchen, like going back to the old brass with different styles. So I think that's you have to like it, but you see in a lot of higher end houses. So I love the fact that we're mixing up the faucets with the handles in the kitchen.
Hey, Megan, what's shaking for anything getting on here? Number 11, oil rub brass. I think this was Shawan again. What the hell is oil rub brass? Can people still hear it? We need to go to like the high end. Yeah. Yep.
But they're brass, so they're golden, but they've got like they just been rubbed, and they're not shiny.
Number 12, I don't know who went with weathered floors.
Well,
Once again,
Once
once again,
again.
it was me.
Once again.
What is a weathered floor?
Well, just kind of like the look of the weather distress, farmhouse again, you know, that's such a big popular trend right now, that modern farmhouse. So the gray weather floors or just those tattered, worn out look.
Yeah. One of the cool things that one of your buddies, Heritage Homes, he's done some brick walls in some houses that it's a very unique look. So the brick walls are pretty cool. Actually, Brent Long was one of the first ones I seen, and he had a brick wall in his office at his house. So it was really, really a cool look.
Grassi, Chevron Groton, Steven, and Stevie. Hey, nobody shared the damn stream.
Man, this good topic. All Shawan's great
Yeah,
ideas.
that's what I'm talking about our audience.
Oh, gotcha.
I have
Did
a
you?
question.
What is?
Since you're the big expert on real estate, what do you think new modern trends would be? Like in the future?
Oh.
In your mind, what do you think?
Here's how I would answer that. I would say what's popular in California eventually gets here. So I think what would be really cool is one day to have very like the modern house that looks
Glass.
yeah,
Like all glass?
maybe you have commercial looking kitchens in there. It's glass instead of walls, and it's squared up. You know, your house may look like a rectangle.
Yeah.
Or something.
That's intriguing.
Yeah, and also the smart homes where they're completely technical savvy that you can pretty much do anything that you want by a voice command or something like that.
Could you say, hey, weatherman, cook me a pizza?
Absolutely.
Cook me filet mignon.
Cut the oven on. You can cut the oven on.
Hey, David Stick, thank you for getting on here.
Well,
yeah.
do you think tiny homes are just a trend, or do you think that a tiny home is something that's gonna stick around?
I think it's a hobby.
You think it's a hobby?
I think it's something that people like to have to go to and hang out. I don't know that it's gonna be one of those things that people have a neighborhood of tiny homes and live in them. But I do think they may have something that they could go vacation in and get away and camp and things like that. You know, I know some people do, but I think it's probably gonna be more of something like that. And I think they've even got an area that's doing that now.
Yeah, we looked at doing something like that. But see, what we don't realize is our local governments make decisions where you can't do
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't think,
Oh, we
That's-
left out the best darn one.
what?
Rooftops. Who did not say rooftops?
I said it,
Well-
nobody
Man.
heard me.
Did you? Have you ever been on a rooftop?
Yeah,
Where?
I used to do, before I started this job,
Not
you
a
like
roofer,
that?
not
So
a
you like
roofer.
that job more?
no, hell no.
What are
I
you
used to
talking
go up
about?
there in the heat, taking off shingles and putting new roofing on.
Josh, it says you just now joined.
No, I was getting a call.
But we're talking about like the entertaining areas on the roof. It's got
Yeah.
like pergolas with lights and
Oh,
seats.
damn, we didn't talk about a pergola. That's outdoor living though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like where you got like a little campfire on top of your roof, you go out there.
Man, they got some with pools on top of them.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can put it probably wouldn't be wise to have
Yeah, I don't think so either. Maybe like a gas one, but not.
Well, we've talked about a lot of trends, and it would be cool to think about what are your houses going to look like in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm like you, Weatherman. I can see like a rectangular house that's 2 stories, that's all windows. Brian Burns is on here. Let's
There he
ask
is.
him. Brian Burns, what will houses of the future look like in Murfreesboro? What I said, they'll be very modern. Excuse me. They'll look maybe kind of like apartments do around here, maybe, but they're more. Well, they're rectangular, they're glassy. They probably do have outdoor living
There's
up
just
there.
a lot of choppiness too. And that's why a lot of builders around here don't like them because of the cut ups and the cuts in them.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to live in a modern house. Brian Burns, and he did get a new truck today.
What?
He did get a
How
new
long
I think I
for it's
passed
got a
him this
dent in
morning
it?
in that truck.
Did you?
I think I did.
How do you know it was him?
Truck.
Because it looked like, it's
Did
like
it?
a black
It's gray.
GMC.
It's gray, 4-door.
Four-door, big GMC truck.
Well, hey, we've gone long
Yeah.
enough. And Gracie is the winner. Gracie Weathers. Thank you for sharing. Is that how you say her name, Gracie? Gracie. We'll make sure you and her go because you told her to share. Everybody, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Shut us down, finger lifting.